Welcome to another exciting night here at the DGL. This is our first game for Season 2. Super excited to be back. Got my co-host here, Savage. How you doing tonight, bro?
Doing good, doing good. How about yourself, Subject?
So far, so good. Ready to get this started. Super stoked for this season.
Yeah. I mean, how can you not be? It's more competitive Call of Duty. You can't be. There's nothing else you can be but excited, man.
Hell yeah. And
how can you not be?
as you heard me getting the stream started, hey, Miranda's already here. That's what I'm talking about.
Alright,
so you guys know the drill. I'm just getting some stuff sent out to our Discords real quick. And then we'll really get this thing started. Alright, that one there, this one here. You get that link, bro?
Yeah, I did.
Perfect. And I'm also going to be posting it to my Facebook. Alright, got those links sent out. We are good to go. Yeah, what up, Jack? Alright. So, going into tonight, we have some changes here. As you guys know, last year Team Black was our winner. They had a record of 18-2 for that season. Team Red D1 was our second place finisher with a record of 15-5. The changes for the lineups we got is Huff. He's our now former coach of Red D1, as well as Vladdy, a former member of Red D1. Both are now on Team Black D2. Huff is now their assistant over on Black D2, and Vladdy is also a member there. We had some questions going into tonight for both our coaches here. So first question we had for him is, how do you and your team feel going into this match? From Red D1, we got from Toxic, our new head coach over there. He said he's hopeful and excited. We have made so much progress in just the last few weeks. It's amazing. Question number 2 for them was, what are some things you feel are going to be challenges you are going to have to overcome during this match tonight? He stated that this is going to be his team's first DGL, and they're not quite sure what to expect. And playing a new game, they had to learn a lot of in a short period of time, but they're coming in prepared and ready for what's ahead. Savage, you want to go ahead and read off what Black D2 said for those same questions?
Yeah, whenever Team Black D2 was asked, how they feel about going into this match, they first responded with they feel pretty confident going into opening night. He said, I feel our preparations have been near good, and we've had a week of practices. There's a typo there on my part. Sorry about that. As for that second question, asking about things they might have to overcome and challenges they might face up for tonight, they're just trying to get everyone in the groove. It's a brand new game. New squads for all teams, and once they find the rhythm, they think they'll be all right. So they're pretty confident going in. They're not too worried. They are the remaining champions.
Yeah, but it's definitely a new game, new startup. I mean,
new metas.
This is completely different. We had to set our own GAs list. We had to set our own maps and everything, just because we're not exactly sure what the CDL is going to bring us when the time comes out in January. I mean, it's been a lot of hard work and dedication we've been putting into this, and hopefully it pays off for the better.
Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. There's nothing wrong with getting a good head start, you know.
Oh yeah, I completely agree.
Let's see. I know that our guys are still getting warmed up and getting ready for tonight's games.
And last year, I mean, we had some really close matches, especially between Red D1 and Black D2. And Toxic, he's now the head coach for Red D2, and he is a former member of Black D2. So I have to say this is going to be hopefully interesting because, I mean, I know Toxic learned a lot from Mufan there, but I feel he's really adapted as a coach and brought out his own style, and I'm really interested to see what he's going to bring to the table tonight.
Yeah, they had after that preseason, Team Red D1, I was actually, they were one of my favorites to go on and play Team Black D2, and they it was a bit of an upset there against Red D2, but every team here has been putting in a lot of work and trying to improve, and that's what Red D2 did. But Red D1, I'm sure they're looking for some redemption. They're going to want some payback, and the best way to do that is the first game of DGL to start off strong. If they start off really strong against Black D2 here, that will show a lot. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Definitely, I completely agree with you there. Like, literally, this is going to be a hell of a match tonight. I'm hoping Red D1 really comes out, shows out, and really gives it their all. But I got to give it to Black D2. I see the hard work and dedication they've been putting in, and they're definitely going to be a team to reckon with. Like, they are every season of this DGL so far, and, like, I got to give it to Justin. He's brought up now on his second or third dynasty of a team, and man, it really says something about his coaching style, and he's got a hell of a team. His guys are willing to put in the extra time and effort, and same goes for Red D1 though. I mean, both these teams, when it comes to practice wise and preparedness and everything, I really feel they both brought their A game into this to bring up the startup to give you guys a real good show tonight. So we got about 10 minutes until we start. And, hey, look, I need to plug my phone in before it dies. Love keeping up with our comments section. What up, Kinetic?
Oh,
hey,
Lord.
Faker's here, too. Hell yeah.
Oh, Faker, he's the Slayer demon of the Red D2 right there, man. Oh, Lord. Nah, I'm lying, Faker. You ain't that good. Kinetic, however, she is your hard carry, Faker. Let's be honest here. Nah.
I'd have to say this is the matchup I've been waiting for the past 2 to 3 weeks, Miranda. Like, ever since these lineups released for this season, like, this opening match has had me so hype. I mean, I'm ecstatic for this one. Like, I'm so glad to be podcasting it, and, like, Savage being here, just bringing that extra energy. I mean, this is going to be a hell of a night for the DGL.
I know, man. My heart. I'm worried for my heart. Tonight I'm going to see some crazy plays. 5v5. A lot of crazy things can happen. So I'm concerned that I'm going to see too many. Something's going to make me go crazy, and my heart's going to pound out of my chest. So hopefully, I'll be able to make it through.
And Faker said Savage Who.
That's what I've been asking. Hey, check it out. I said this to him earlier. I was like, man, your name literally has fake in it. Like, come on now. What are you talking about, Faker? Well, your name literally says fake. Come on, man. Oh, Kinetic's going to be against me? I just gassed her up. All right, you know what? It's all good. I'll remember this. Remember, Faker, I'm casting. Well, I'm co-hosting. So remember, I get to, come on now. You make a mistake on, on TV, I get to mention it. Come on now.
Oh, yeah.
You better be careful, Faker.
Oh, shit. Lord. It sounds like you got his number now.
It's over. It is over for him. You ain't getting no screen time. No, I'm playing.
I think the definite interesting part of tonight that we are going to have, it's probably going to be the biggest challenge we've had in all DGL casting, is one of our maps is still not listed as league play match. So instead of being able to codcast that one, we're actually going to have to go in on individual teams and spectate and switch back and forth in between just to make sure we get everybody covered. Because I don't want to leave anybody out. Like, this is going to be a hell of a matchup, and, like, both sides really got something to prove tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit of a challenge until, they release that extra game mode for us in CDL, but, I'm sure we'll figure it out. Hopefully it won't be too complicated for tonight.
To be honest, I just sure as hell hope that last game mode isn't Patrol, because that'll suck.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, that'll be a bit hard to commentate on that one, if I'm being honest with you. I don't really know what direction to go with that.
They're going for the rotating point that moves around the map at a slow pace.
Yeah, it's a bit brutal.
But honestly, I think it would make it a little bit more interesting to figure out how to codcast it and everything if they were to bring that in.
Yeah, earlier it was like a bug, and I thought it was working, that I could codcast whenever I was in normal customs without being CDL. I got all excited, and then I realized that I was just clearly mistaken.
I appreciate you guys tuning in. Our teams are just setting up. They're finishing their last practice match of the night, finalizing, getting ready. I mean, they've been warming up for about an hour and a half now, both teams. So, I mean, hopefully they're definitely going to do that show up and show out. Kinetic, a walking highlight reel. Really?
Right. That's odd. I didn't know that's how you spell a loser. No, I'm playing. I think she needs to go back to English and learn how to read and write. This is crazy.
It's all right.
I think Kinetic bullies me more than anyone I've ever met in my life.
I mean,
so
I can't say I
gotta
blame
repay
her.
the favor. Yeah, same. I can't really say I blame her either. You gotta accept things, and I accept it.
Up to 17 viewers. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't already, do me a favor. Go ahead and close the live chat real quick and just mash that thumbs up button. Give us a like. Show some love, some support. We appreciate all you guys being here. Let's see. Just got a message from Mufan. Now, one thing we're going to have to watch out for tonight, and Savage, I'm going to need your help with, being this is the first match, we definitely got to watch those GAs.
Yeah, true.
Because with the GAs, I mean, it's one of those things we definitely have to make sure everybody's doing their part.
Yeah, being as fair and competitive as possible, especially with it being, this being a new game, a lot of new metas, and a lot of these guns, man, are absolutely broken. So it'll take some time, a little adjustment. I mean, this is how it is every year. If you look at other leagues and stuff, it's the same thing. Certain guns and certain guns, perks, even tacticals and lethals. They get buffed, nerfed. Throughout, it'll be some time. So we'll have to work with the GA list we have now, and we'll improve as we go.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping Huffman shows up in here at some point before this matchup and starts tossing some poles in here. I think that would be great. I love it when he tosses the poles up.
Yeah, that was cool last time I seen that. I like that. That was awesome.
Yeah, Huff's normally really good about that. I love it when he does it because, I mean, it gives everybody some interaction.
Right. I need to relook at that GA list now that you've said that, just to make sure.
Yeah, definitely keep that pulled up as we go. Hey, Super Bang and Spoopy are here. Hell yeah, and there's Darwin. What up, guys? Love it when everybody shows up. I mean, this is a big night for us. And, trying to see how many more we get coming in, because, looks like we got a lot of people so far. Loving the turnout, guys. I appreciate the support. Like, you guys are definitely what makes this definitely worthwhile.
Alright, just got an invite.
I just got an invite as well. Let's get this show started. And guys, just so you know, we are not going to be hearing any of the before game chat today. We're keeping it in the party chat for now. We want to keep everything as unison as possible and make sure everybody is being able to talk and go back and forth with their comments without us in the stream having to listen in.
Right, and put it out there for everyone else. I honestly like that a lot better. I'm not going to lie to you. If anyone has to, discuss anything, it's up to the players. Let them find out.
I don't think Miranda was too happy about us staying in party chat. I mean, Miranda, I know. I love hearing Justin's sexy ass deep voice, but wow. I mean, it's got to stay over there for now. I'm sorry.
I'm sure after the game we can talk to, or after the series. I mean, I'm sure we can, hop in and say a couple words.
Oh, definitely.
There it is. He came in with the pole.
Hey. That's what I'm talking about, Huff. Glad I could give you a good laugh, Miranda. It just wouldn't be the same around here without Daddy Moo Moo hanging around.
He said Daddy Moo Moo. My goodness. Oh, Lord.
Feels weird calling him Daddy Moo Moo when I'm definitely sure I'm older than him.
Wow. Look, man, if he has the power, he has that power. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know how it started, but guys on my team started calling me Uncle Sojak.
Uncle Sojak. It's the beard. They fear the beard. That's all it is.
I know, right?
That's all it is. My goodness.
Man, my daughter tried braiding it tonight. That shit was funny as hell.
Oh my goodness.
Aw, James loves us. Wow, Kinetic, screw you too.
What she got on you, didn't she?
She said, "Oh no, he's the creepy uncle."
Oh Lord. My goodness.
Just remember, Kinetic, I'm gonna remember that.
I don't listen to her. She's just cranky because she didn't get much sleep. That's all it is.
Didn't get much sleep.
Yeah, she slept for like an hour or something like that, she said. And she made sure to make fun of me for it.
I'll have to get her some tissue when we're done here.
Yeah, probably a pillow. You never know. I mean, clearly it's difficult. It's a hard life.
That was the whole intent, Kinetic.
Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. I heard the time start, so I got excited. Oh, Lord.
I know, right?
They got my hopes up. They got my hopes up. Okay, here we go.
Comes.
Goodness. Fine, to lead the kickoff.
And it's Dfuze for the win.
Right. All right.
A little bit of both, Kinetic, a stream and a roast. So we're following Vladdy at first. Looks like he's going up in the top of house over point.
Oh my god, he's starting off hot. He instantly gets first blood. Oh, that was Toxic with the first blood. My apologies. Having trouble with these windows, it looks like. My goodness.
These windows can definitely be a little rough in this game.
Starting off 2-0 already. He's shooting this SMG like it's an AR. I didn't even know what was happening.
Right?
Oh my goodness, he
Oh.
absolutely...
Good play there from Vladdy.
Wow. That was an amazing
Let's switch
play
over
from
and see what we got.
Vladimir.
Oh, Mufan
There it
gets
is.
taken out on the point by Don. I switched over to Mufan, kind of see what he's got.
Yeah, well, I tried with a nice two-piece and Slap answering back. Takes down one. Pretty slow start out of 13 and Mufan so far, but I'm sure, playing with 13 and knowing Mufan, I'm sure they will. That's 4 down already. That's 4 down already for Red. That is absolutely huge. That gives you a nice ease into the next rotation.
That it does, but
they answer back with another
Red,
4. All
I
right.
gotta give it to Red D1. They're
Black.
definitely, you know, making a show out here right on the first point.
They
Let's
are,
see if
but
they
if you look
can
at that
keep
kill
up.
feed, it's all Red. But in this
Hey.
case, not for Red D1, unfortunately. So
That kill feed means nothing. All it means is all that matters is those points on the board.
yeah, but when you start hitting 2, 3, and 4 down, I mean, all that does is open the map up for you for rotations, and you know, you get it's a much better favor in your side for numbers. Slap, if you look at the mini map, you can see him hitting this. He's getting the mid map, but he turns his back. Unfortunate timing for him. That would have been great. That would have been great if he could have stuck with that, hold that angle. He would have had 2 or 3 kills maybe.
Well, let's see what we got Slap doing here.
Now, I try starting off really hot as well. I mean, 9 and 6, and I think Slaps. I mean, he's in a really this is a really good spawn. I mean, he can set up a pinch right here. This is actually a really great spawn for him.
Definitely.
He's going for a flank right now. I don't think anyone knows he's there. No one knows he's there. He takes 1 down, puts shots in the second one. He might to the 3rd down. My God, he has a spawn trap. He doesn't even know it. If he looks to his right, he'll see them spawning. Another. Oh my goodness! Slap 9 and 5. He's on a 4 kill streak. Make that 10 and 5. Has to reload because these players are going to have a very hard time. Oh man.
He's about to get.
I mean, honestly, whether he stays or not, it'll work out perfectly. I mean, yeah, he'll get taken down, but he was being just a nuisance, staying back there, being a spawn trap like that. You force all your team to turn back, look away, take their eyes off of the main objective, and that is amazing play out of him. 12 and 6 so far.
Oh yeah.
We do have some players with some a bit slower starts. Maybe it's just warming up and all, but so far Toxic and Y-Try, they're doing really well for their team so far. Both 10 and 10. Oh, make that 11-11 out of Toxic.
I'm going to switch over to Toxic and see what Toxic's got going here. Toxic's just spawning back in from a death.
Bit of an.
Some wide shots.
Oh, he's
there.
going for this. He's getting the move. Oh, he almost had the movement got onto him, but he stayed alive for the time being. He does get taken down though from Huff.
Bet he did. Nice play there by Huff. What I'm really liking so far out of Team Black is that they're usually they're sending it's 5v5 now, so that changes the entire pace of the game. I mean, it's not completely different. You still Call of Duty is still trade based. There's a lot of teamwork involved, but at the same time, you go from 4v4 to 5v5. I mean, that allows you to either A, you can storm through with your 5 or 4, maybe 3, and send 2 to other sides. Definitely.
Or you can send 1 on a flank and try your 4 push. I mean, when you have a team like Black, Team Black D2 here, I mean, every player, they're all just, with the slay power. There's no shortage of having the slay power. So, I mean, I'm really liking how they're sending 1 and sometimes 2 people on flanks, even when they have the hill control. I'm really liking that a lot because it's just being a nuisance, cutting down the other team and making them have to realize what's going on. But so far, Red has an amazing setup. I mean, they have everyone at the hill. That was a great break out of Team Red. And amazing break. I mean, this early, it's still 40 seconds of the hill left. But Huff tries to answer back. He gets taken down, though. And that's another 4. Is it at 5? Oh, it's 4 dead for Team Red. That is unfortunate. That was a great break, though. I mean, if there's nothing to take away from that, you gotta at least take away that break. That break was absolutely amazing. You can't make it up. It simply doesn't get better than that.
Definitely was. And it looks like we got Mufan still sitting on point.
4 down.
He's definitely holding it down.
Huff is just constantly in the kill feed. I don't think I've seen anyone's name in there more.
Right.
My goodness. Eat You Up is 20 and 12. See, the issue I have with Team Black, and I'm gonna point this out now, is that it's you'll start commentating on certain players and what they're doing, and then it's as if you're kind of not giving the the credit where it's due to other players, because some people just are really showing up. I mean, I was talking about Huff and Slap. I didn't even bring up how EU Up is 22-13. I mean, he's taking this game by storm. Slap 20-8. So I don't want to leave anybody out, but it's kind of hard whenever you're just watching the one player at the time.
It really does make it difficult.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's just absolutely frying at the moment. I mean, it's a bit crazy. I mean, so far on the other side, though, for Team Red, I mean, there's just a couple of slow starts. I mean, Dirty Little Guy and Tanner are having a bit of a slower start than I'm sure they would like. But I mean, first game, it's still, you're not even really down by that much. I think they'll come back and they'll have a good little response to this. This is absolutely. That gun, what is that? Goodness gracious, that gun. The Auto Maton, whatever that gun is. I'm gonna start using that pub just from watching Eat You Up, that's for sure.
Yeah, Vladdy and Slap, I mean, they're really popping off here.
Yeah, 23-11 from Slap, and 25-14.
Yeah.
My God. Slower starts, from Mufan 13, like I said, but at this moment, I mean, if you look at that hill time, 2 minutes and 30 seconds from Mufan, he's really stepping up that objective. I mean, last year it was as if I didn't really see him too much as an objective player. Granted, I didn't see too much of him playing. Kind of new here, but I was actually. I don't know if he was normally
started out last year, he was actually an anchor.
Okay, see, I didn't know if he was mainly an objective player or anchor. I didn't know really.
The only problem with anchoring right now is there is no spots for spawn, so you really can't have an anchor right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, he's found a spot to fill in. I mean, 2 minutes 30 seconds in the hill. His team is. I mean, basically every point is almost seemed as if it's from him. I mean, you have 30 and 24 out of Eat You Up and 13, but 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's. I mean, the game just started. This is absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, hey, they brought the deficit back to 30 points just like that. So I mean, that just shows how what you can really do with 5v5 teamwork. I mean, it's going to be back and forth, I'm sure. I mean, a 30-point deficit. They were down like almost 100 just a second ago. So that's a really good comeback so far. And as you can see, both Dirty Little Guy and Tanner have both started picking up their pace. I mean, now 14 and 19 out of Dirty Little Guy, and Tanner 13 and 26. He was, I mean, it doesn't sound good off the bat, but he's had a really slow start, and he's brought it back so far, so that's really good. That's what you really wanted to see. It'll help with this deficit. They're not really down by much. One hill. If they were to hold one full hill, I mean, it'd be over. They'd be over, but they'd be in the lead, by a little
bit.
It's 20 seconds of scrap. It looks like they're fighting for this 20 seconds of scrap out of red. I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to, keep the pressure. They don't want, anyone on Black D2 getting their gunny hot. That's for sure.
I mean, it ends at 200, I believe. So,
CDL should be if it's CDL playlist.
Is it 250 now?
Yeah, it should be if it's CDL playlist.
Okay.
I don't know why pubs changed that this year. I don't know what they were going for.
Oh, it kind of threw me off.
Yeah, I was unprepared as well. I was rotating and I didn't need to be. But I mean, so far, Black D2, they have the somewhat, wishy-washy spawns, because, I mean, I know they change every 4 seconds. Eat You Up's just trying to finesse. He's kind of just running around trying to play his life. That's another 4 dead. I brought this up in the preseason. That's one of my favorite things about this team. It seems you can tell from the comms. The comms alone, you can already tell that they have great communication, because there's no way you're getting 3 and 4 people dead at the same time unless you have great comms and great teamwork. So I really love to see that. That's actually really nice to see. Whenever in the kill feed, it's never one in a trade and then another trade. It's none of that. It's always 4 dead, and that's really hard to compete against, honestly. Whenever the teamwork and the communication is that well. I mean, they had a little minute. They had a little surge for a second there. I mean, so far at the pace it's going to look like it's going to be a win for Black for this first map. But I mean, the pace they were having, they had a great little comeback, and they brought it back the deficit within like 30 points, I believe. So I mean that's actually really good.
Dirty was unaware that they could shoot through that boat.
I was unaware they could shoot through that boat. I didn't know you could do that either. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nice plays there from Dirty. Watching Dirty a little bit here, and he's having some pretty decent plays.
Yeah, he's brought. I mean, like I said earlier, him and Tanner had both start off really slow, and Dirty and Tanner have both stepped it up. That's a very nice double out of Dirty Little Guy. He's gonna go for the 30. It's taken out from behind, unfortunately. That was a really good way to start getting the gunny hot right there. That's what you like to see, honestly.
And Black D2 took spawns on this one. It looks like they are spawning at the proper ends once they get down there now.
Yeah, you know, I'm hoping, as this game gets farther, I mean, it's only five points. This is going to be one of the messier hills. I mean, you know, this hill can go back and forth for, you know, God knows how long. I mean, they're really not down a lot. I mean, the only issue is Black D2 only needs 5, 4, 3. Somebody got to get in the hill, please.
1.
I don't want to see this end.
That's
no.
the end of it.
I didn't want to see it end. I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted to see another last-second surge. I wanted to see them come back like they did earlier. That was really nice seeing that. I mean, they were seemingly down 100 points, and out of nowhere, I was like, oh, wow, it's a 30-point deficit? Like, wow.
Yeah, I mean...
I was surprised myself.
It's crazy how fast this turns around. I mean, both teams played really well there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if it showed it the last minute, that last second, you know, stat for both teams.
It did. It showed it on the stream as well.
The first thing I noticed was Huff averaged per life was, I think, 400 damage. So every life, I mean, even if he wasn't getting those kills, he was tagging everyone. He was putting bullets into every single person, and that is just huge. That's a massive impact of a player who, on every life, even if they're not getting all those kills, they're still getting 400 damage per life. I mean, that's really good to see. That's how you have an impactful player right there.
I definitely agree with you there. Like, literally,
I need to
he
go
always
look back on the
tags
stream
absolutely everything that he aims on. And that is something I will definitely give props to Huff on, because Huff has a play style about him that is hard to match.
Yeah, it's very aggressive, and that's my, you know, as a commentator, as a caster, it's one of your favorite things. Someone who's really aggressive, in their face, running and gunning. That's just one of your favorite things, because then you know everyone's getting to see it and enjoy it. I need to go back and look at what Mufan's ending hill time was, because if he had 2.5 minutes and the game wasn't even close to being halfway over, my God, what did he end with? Like 5 minutes, 6 minutes? Because he was in that hill for a very long time.
Yeah, he definitely was, and like, he did a hell of a job holding the point. So we're going to start off here. I'm actually going to go watch Toxic to start this one. Kind of want to see what Toxic does here. See what the coach pulls out.
Hey, you know, I don't know, oh my goodness. What a
nice play,
wow.
Toxic.
I'd have been absolutely baffled. He already hit a flank through mid just like that. He takes 2 down, 1 in church and 1 over here by the hill. That was a massive play out of Toxic.
That it was.
If he'd have gone just a little slower, he probably got 3 or 4, but I mean, there's no way he could have known that, you know. It's a lot easier for us. We have the X-ray vision through the walls. We can see all the players everywhere. It's a little easier for us, you know, but
definitely.
But still, I mean, that was a really good play to open up, you know, a little bit of aggression, try to match that same energy that you were just having to go through. Huff with a 3-piece in the kill feed, though, and that's 4 down. That is 4 down already. They're getting in a spawn trap. This is seemingly starting off as the last one ended. So my main thing I'm looking for is 0-4 out of Dawn and 0-3 out of Y-Try. So that's what I'm mainly looking for. They had a slow start last game, and then they picked it up right away. I mean, after a couple hills, couple rotations, they did pick it up, and it got better. But I don't want to see it take so long. I want to see them, you know, start getting that confidence, start challenging them, get back into it earlier. That way you don't have to worry about coming back from a deficit. You can set that tone, you know? Definitely.
I completely agree 100%. And this is one of the harder hills to hold down, because you've got
it has been
elevated ground from all the way around you. Like, it takes a lot of movement around that statue there in order to really get it going.
Just like that, that's 3 down on both sides. Make it 4. Toxic with another huge pickup, and they're gonna hold this scrap time. I mean, that's huge. So as long as his other teammates start hauling all the way to the other side of the map, I mean, this is gonna be a very far one. There's 3 players at old.
The problem is nobody has rotated yet, really.
Yeah, I don't know if I really. I mean, that might have been just a mistake in communication.
Black D2 already rotated it.
That was
they rotated out at about 12 seconds.
Wasn't ideal. That wasn't ideal. That was not ideal. That could have been a lack of communication. Maybe it was a mistake. You know, it's a new game. You know, all these call-outs for wherever on the map is brand new. The map rotations, you know, this is all different. So it could have been just a momentary lapse in judgment.
And memorizing
I say that,
all the rotations and the call-outs is
I mean, this early too. I mean, we did start pretty early. So, you know, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, like I said, that was very unideal. I don't know if I would have been very upset if I seen that, but at the same time, I know how it goes. You know, there are mistakes that just happen. But hopefully they'll fix that rotation. They'll start rotating a little bit earlier.
Let's go see what we got going over on Black D2 here. I'm gonna follow Huff around over a little bit here.
Yeah, Huff
Looks like
13
Huff's
and
going-
3.
Yeah, Huff's
My
going
God,
through
I
the
know,
church
I know
here.
streaks. I know streaks are GA'd, but my goodness, thank God for that, because if they weren't, that would be very unfortunate. I mean,
Huff's
14
sitting over
and
here with full
15 and
streaks
3.
already.
My God, Huff! Goodness, he's on a 2-kill streak out of his last life. Excuse me. And I mean, he doesn't look like he's going to slow down at all. You know, he's holding down all of his mid map. He's either getting information or getting the kills. I mean, there's really not much you can really study. You're going to have to take him down. They need to put an AR mid map and just gun him out of there. Just like that. It's exactly what needed to happen. Tanner, that was a massive kill out of Tanner. If he didn't get that, Huff would have continued to stay a nuisance in the middle of the map, making sure to keep them back so there was no pressure on the hill. That was a massive kill. They need to start collapsing in on this hill now that there's nobody up top. And as I say that, Huff goes back up top and puts damage into 2 players. He's just doing what he does. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. There's simply nothing you do, but he takes one down, plays his life, runs away, pulls up the pistol. He takes down Don. My God. Huff, 18 and 4.
Jesus,
Starting
Huff.
off already. Eat You Up
Give
is on
him
a
a
7-kill streak, just like that. It's hard to, you know, go back and forth with all these players. I don't think I've seen a kill on the opposite side. I don't think I've seen Red get a kill yet. They need to respond. They have to have a big response here. It's been nothing but Black D2 in the kill feed, taking down every member seemingly. Dirty little guy finally gets the first one. Huff had some awkward movements for a moment there, but he does take out another. 20 and 4 out of Huff, 10 and 3 out of Mufan, 10 and 5. This is looking like early on. I know this first game, you know, first game of the season, but early on, I mean, this is looking like one of their better maps. I mean, last map, you know, there was a little bit of tug and, you know, a little bit of fight in there. You know, they had their little surge. This map, though, 26-206. This might be Black D2's map starting off early. I mean, I know it's still really early, but my goodness. I mean, if you look at the stat line, 17 and 7 out of Eat You Up, 23 and 5 out of Huff. I mean, this is looking like one of their better maps so far. We've only seen them play 2. I mean, I'm kind of worried. How much work have they put in the rest?
Right. 13-year-old just came back. I'm going to check out, see how he's doing over here.
Yeah, he has a lot of
11 and
energy.
7.
He has a lot of energy. I'm sure he's looking to show, you know, prove himself. You know, he didn't really play too much in the preseason. He takes down 2 on main stage. You'd love to see that.
Oh, he didn't
He
see
runs
the one
right
from behind
past.
him.
Yeah, he runs right past him. He didn't see him. That was unfortunate. But he had a great, you know, surge of kills right there. That was huge. Mufan already with 3 minutes in the hill. I mean, already the game, you know, it's 2:35 to 35. So I mean, already, but still, every time I look at those stat lines, I mean, it's seeming like he's just soaking all the time as much as he can.
I mean, he's about to have full 3 minutes on the hill.
Yeah,
by the end
wow,
of this.
that's. I mean, if
There's
he
the full
isn't an
3
objective player,
minutes
you couldn't
on the
convince
hill.
me. Yeah, I mean, if you, like I said, if you were to tell me he wasn't an objective player, you wouldn't have convinced me. Because my goodness.
And that is the end of this match.
Yeah. That was a really good map.
Game
I mean, that's
2
looking like one of their stronger maps so far.
Goes to Black D2, 250 to 41.
It's 2-0 start so far. That was a bit of a. I don't know, that first game, it was, I don't know, maybe, I'm not sure if it was the first game that maybe kind of just, you know, put a damper on their mood. I'm not sure if maybe it was just that map. I'm not sure what was going on, but hopefully this next map choosing, it'll be kind of like the first one. There's, you know, a little bit more of, a little more interesting, because that was pretty crazy. They were looking really good early. I don't know really what happened, what fell off. I don't know, you know, what's going on with that, but I know they started off really fine. I mean, they didn't hold that first hill too well. It started off like 50 to like 5, but they had a great rotation for P2 and even P3.
Definitely.
It was when it got to P4, whenever it go all the way across, they had 3 players back at the old hill. So it was just, you know, a minor lapse, minor issue. I'm hoping they'll, you know, rewatch that and see that small issue, because if they would have rotated a little earlier and had Toxic, I believe he was the last one on the hill, soaking up, you know, the remaining 10 seconds of that scrap time, and then they also had presence at new, I mean, that would have been a much closer game. I don't really know what happened. They started off so good.
Yeah,
I didn't even notice Black D2 ran away with it until it was over. I actually was surprised.
Black D2, like, it's the way they hold down a hill that really gives them the advantage, because with the amount of chemistry they have, you have to remember Red D1 is still a somewhat new team. And even though, like, Red D1 has been with us for a while, we have a whole new lineup of guys for Red D1.
Oh wow, and adding 5v5, you know, for this year instead of last. So yeah,
it really throws a cog in everything.
Right, literally monkey wrench. Like it's kind of something to get used to. Well, I mean, that first map, I mean, they came out strong. I mean, I believe it ended 185, I believe, to 250. I mean, that, yeah, that's not ideal. Obviously you'd want more to make it a little closer. But
Definitely.
I mean, they were down well over 100 points, and they brought that deficit back at 2 different occasions between 30 to 50 points, and then ended 180 to 250. I mean, that was a great first map. So
it really was.
I'm hoping they forget about that last map they just had, and they just remember, hey, look, yeah, we lost, that first map, but it wasn't without a fight. Like 180 to 250. That was a great map for them, especially against the reigning champions.
I mean, their confidence is through the roof, and like that is one thing about them. Like their confidence is hard to match.
Toxic has already snuck in. He's already getting the bomb down.
Planting.
And that's a first blood for Tanner. That's a massive first blood. 5v4 now. If they play their life right here, this is an amazing. This is amazing.
Super fast plant.
Yeah, I've never seen a faster plant. Oh, that's a team kill. How to eat you up onto Huff. That is very unfortunate. And just like that, it will be a 4v3. That is super unfortunate. Dirty little guy at Tanner with the AR present. Toxic finding another one. This first round, I mean, it's a 4v1. It's looking like it's gonna go in the hands of one way. They catch him mid-map. They take him down, and just like that, that was one of the fastest rounds I believe I've seen in a long time. My goodness.
That first round was a red D1.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a bomb planted faster in my life. I mean, that's amazing. That that reminds me a lot of what we were seeing that preseason. And look, every time Black D2 was on offense, they planted the bomb so fast. And I remember bringing it up in stream plenty of times, like, you got to match that energy. You got to stop them from planning that fast so you can, and it looks like what they did with matching it is they did it themselves, and that's how well it worked. So I really hope they keep that up. Even if it doesn't work a round or two, I don't want to see that stop. I want to see them matching that energy. You have some amazing Slayers on the side of Black D2 here. That's a first blood for 13.
That you do. And the only problem with that is, like, you might be able to match their energy off the start, but matching their energy all around, it's going to be a rough one for them.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be easy. Yeah, and I'm not really hoping it will be. I kind of want it to be difficult, to be honest with you. But, although that won't, it won't be the easiest thing to match Black D2's energy, especially with all the firepower they have. The more you do that, though, the more that they will understand and you will understand, both your teams. All, every player for both teams, they'll be like, all right, they're not just going to bully us. They're not going to just,
exactly.
Not going to get slayed out by us. This is going to be like, we're going to have to actually step up here and, fight them. Like, this is not going to be easy. So that's why, even if you match the energy and it's not, it doesn't work out, I mean, I don't care. Like right now, they cannot defuse this bomb, but they took out, I mean, he's going for the defuse. He doesn't have time. He's going to die from the bomb if he doesn't get this kill. Oh. For example, that round right there, they both ran out of time, but they were taking down the players. I mean, it wasn't like it was a 4v1. They took it down to 2v2, and then it became a 1v1. I mean, that's what I want to see. Even if you lose the round, show them your presence. Show them that you will gun them. That's what I want to see. Because that's what it looked like in the preseason of Black D2. It was looking like they were kind of just bullying certain players, and the players they were doing that to. I've seen them play before. I've played with them. They're not bad players. It's just, I know how it is. You get put in the mindset, you start getting killed a couple times, maybe puts you in a kind of a downer mindset. And that was a great round. I mean, even though they lost it, they still, I mean, it was a 1v1 at the end. I mean, that's great. You don't want anyone getting on a good kill streak. You don't want the guns to get too hot for Black D2, excuse me. That's huge.
Looks like we got dirty little guy sitting on high ground, watching out over the garden and
starting off very well. I mean, starting off so far, I mean, and 2-1 at a dirty little guy, 4-1 at a Dawn. I mean, Tanner's 1-3, but that kill, he had that first blood. I don't know where he was in that. A nice pickup at a dirty little guy. Oh my goodness, they're clapping back right now. It's gonna be and they instantly get traded out by Slap. So
still 2v2.
That was a huge trade. Yeah, that was a huge trade because that 3v2 would have been so nice for them. Yo, they're gonna decide to hit the front. So that position Dirty Little Guy was in was great. Great positioning to watch the mid map. As soon as your numbers started, depleting a little bit, I think he should have probably regrouped with his teammate because, like Black D2, all they did was just stay together. They just chow together. And is he gonna get both? Oh my God!
Oh.
He gets him off the plant and then gets the second kill. That is a massive two-piece out of Dirty Little Guy. My God! Don't listen to what I said. This man knows something that I didn't know, clearly. Don't listen to what I said. My God. That was, I mean, that's not even an issue on Black D2. That was a great play out of Black D2. They both, after the numbers were against them, they regrouped, they pushed straight through, got the bomb down. That was an amazing play out of them.
That they did.
They just weren't ready for Dirty Little Guy to do that. I wasn't ready for Dirty Little Guy to do that. That was amazing. Oh my goodness. A 5-1 at Dirty Little Guy and 5-2 at a Dawn. Great starts out of both of them.
Looks like we got Mufan running with bomb. Looks like he is going to plant Bravo quick. That is one thing about Black D2. Like, they will match momentum, shot for shot, play for play.
That's good. That's what I want to see. Unfortunately, he gets taken down by a nade. That's a 2-piece out of Toxic. That is a big pick.
That it was.
Big pick up out of Toxic. I mean, and it, kind of brought it back. He was 1-2 going in that round. After that, now 3-2. That was huge. But Huff responds with his own 2. And, he gets eyes on bomb. He knows no one's there. It's a 3v2 currently. Wide try with great shots, taking down Huff. That was really good shots. Now brings it back to a 2v2. Great line of sight there out of Slap. He just he pre-aims that wall. 6 seconds, they cannot defuse this bomb.
Toxic. Wide try.
Yeah, they can't, it's no matter what, they can't win.
Wide try with the final.
It's unfortunate. He's taken down by the bomb. Wide try, no. I don't think he was aware of the time. That was really unfortunate timing
That is
for him.
one of the hardest parts of this game. That time clock is so small, and it blurs in with most of the surroundings.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. I believe he didn't see it. He didn't notice it. That was it. But I mean, so far, it's tied up. It's 2-2.
Yeah, we got 2-2.
This is really good. This is looking like their strong suit so far. Search for red. That's really good to see.
For those of you just tuning in,
I can't
we're
see
in the third game of the first game of the DGL, and right now we're tied up 2-2 on this game. But in the series, Black D2 has it right now, up 2-0.
I'm hoping to see the same thing that I was just seeing at a Dirty Little Guy and Dawn especially. They both were getting great positioning and they were both getting huge kills. Yeah, so far that's what I was talking about earlier in the previous hard point. Whenever they get a kill, it's never just one in the trade. It's normally 4 and the 5th. So they answer back with great teamwork right there. So they take the lead. It's no longer a tie, 2-3. I am having technical difficulties over here. That is for sure.
Black D2, they're like a gemstone. The more pressure you put on them, the harder they get to beat.
That's fine. Like I said, even if you're not winning those rounds, even if you're matching, Black D2s and you're planning the bomb fast, you're getting the first bloods. Even if you're not winning and you're doing those things, that's fine. Because it's not. This is the remaining champ. This is the the reigning champion. They just won.
Nice play
last
there from
DGL,
Huff taking out Tanner.
Yes, they just won last year DGL and they took out. They won the preseason. So. If this was another team, it'd be different. I would expect them to be doing what they're doing now, and then I would expect them to be winning because they're having great plays. Even whenever it starts to kind of fall apart, and it doesn't work out in their favor, they're still doing the right things. I'm not seeing anyone panic. I'm not seeing anyone react wrong. They're doing great. So that's showing great improvement out of Red D1. That is huge.
Ooh.
So I'm really liking that a lot.
Huff with the takedown, jumping up into that window the way he did.
Yeah, wow.
Very nice play.
For the final kill, I'm not sure if maybe someone on his team maybe called that out or what, but he found him. That's for sure.
No, I believe when he ran to the window at first, he saw him, looped back, so Toxic thought he had a chance to get that nade off.
Yeah, I'm
going to switch over and let's see what we got Huff doing here. Huff is up in top of castle.
Yeah, let's see if he can do anything with this. 9-3 out of him so far. He's been an absolute presence. You haven't been able to run around the map without knowing that he's there. That's for sure.
Ain't that the truth?
And that's another first blood for Dirty Little Guy, and then it gets responded with Tanner with another kill. Just like that, it's a 5v3, a 5v2. Huff does respond. It's looking like an uncomfortable situation. You're not going to be
really
exactly comfortable if you're in this, but
nice
it is
trade
accomplishable,
there.
Especially with Huff and Slap. This is accomplishable. I mean, really, I don't know if
Huff got stuck on the wall there for a second. He gets taken out, and that is a red D1 win.
Yeah, you know, in this situation, you know, what I've noticed so far, already instantly improvement that I've noticed from the preseason. Granted, it's a new game, and it's a different platform, 5v5 instead of 4v4. The first thing I noticed right there, last in preseason, whenever I would see, and this happened with many teams, I noticed many teams do this, they would get bombed down, and they would have positioning, you know, they'd have mid-map control, they'd have two people, you know, somewhat close to the bomb. One would have high ground. Like, they would have every advantage in their corner. And then whenever they seen it was like a 4v1 or 5v1, they would chase for the kill. And that didn't happen. One person, I think, kind of went out just to, I think maybe he was gaining information, or maybe he was repositioning. But there was 3 players. They didn't move a muscle. The second they got that bomb down, they made sure that no one was going to hop that defuse. And that is great improvement. That is exactly what I love to see that.
Well, we got a little bit of a change up here out of Black D2. They're heading for Alpha Bomb instead, and Vladdy has the bomb.
Yeah, I don't I mean, he's gonna go for this instant plant. They're keeping up their same energy, you know. Where oh, he has an idea. Someone knows. So I think he has an idea. Someone's up there. Yeah, he definitely knows now. If he didn't know, he definitely knows now. But you know, they changed things up and it's working. I mean, there's 4. You know, it's a 4v2 just like that, so it's working. I like the play call. I'm not sure who decided to make that that decision, but I like it. I mean. You know, things weren't exactly. I mean, yeah, they were in the lead the whole time, going to B, but I mean, 3-4. I mean, it's a close game. You know, so making a decision like that, you know, making a decision like that at this point of the game is huge, make or break. It's 3v1, seemingly impossible considering the time. You know, it's looking like it's going to be 5-3. I mean, now the time goes down, it's impossible for him to do it. But you know, that was a really good play. I mean,
it really was.
I mean, most teams, I don't think there's really too many teams that really could have, you know, responded back to that. They got the bomb down so fast, and then it changed the entire pace of the game. I mean, that's pretty difficult to deal with.
Especially with that run all the way across the map to get it planted that quick.
Yeah, no. I mean, when you get back put against the wall like that, it's pretty hard to respond instantly. So that's really good. That's really good. Whoever made that play call, yeah, my hat's off to them because they did great with saying whoever decided, or maybe it was a couple people said let's go A instead. That was huge because it worked.
Ooh,
but you know,
gets taken out early.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, and he was the bomb carrier too. So that's even. It's worse whenever you have the bomb too. You know, now the bomb. Of course, Black D2 doesn't know it, but now bomb is in a very uncomfortable situation. It doesn't get picked up. Thank goodness. I was worried because when that starts to happen,
in the corner, it looks like,
and Don gets taken down. But you know, it's 3-5, and you know, if you look at the stat lines on both sides, I mean, aside from Huff, who's 12-6, I mean, the stat lines are not really far off. I mean, 7-7 out of Don, 5-8 out of Toxic, and he's been, you know, he's been really just sacrificing. I mean, he's been going for the bomb plants. He's been doing a lot, you know. So, you know, that 5-8 may look bad off rip, but it's really not. I mean, that's not bad at all. The 4 and 9 out of Tanner, unfortunately, but he's had, I think, all of his 4 kills have been crucial first bloods. I'm pretty sure. And then 9 and 4 at Dirty Little Guy. This is seemingly his. I think this is his favorite spot. I mean, hey, if it works, man, don't leave it. If you're not gonna, yeah, he gets taken down, and that's the win for Black D2. But you know, that was a promising. That was a promising game.
Hell of a game right there.
Yeah, that was very promising. There was a couple things I think, you know, Red is going to look back on and try to improve on. There were some very small things, but I mean, compared to preseason, I haven't got to see DGL. They've improved so much compared to preseason. That is really, I mean, that's absolutely amazing to see.
That is. So let's switch over to game chat, see what our team's got to say here. You can't switch over to game chat?
No, I've been staring at the screen for a while.
Gotcha, sounds good, man. Hey, gentlemen. Good frick there, guys.
Last 2 games. I'm really proud of you guys.
Like, definitely good frick there.
I'm really proud of you guys.
What happened to Savage, Chris?
Savage will be right back. He had that instant freeze that sometimes happens. So he said he will be right back because he could not even switch over into game chat.
Good game, guys.
Good games, guys. Good games.
Big facts.
So, that was a hell of an opening game.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you say, Chris?
I said that was a hell of an opening game.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Like, Toxic, I got to give it to you guys. You guys came in definitely well prepared. Justin, Man, I've been waiting to hear that sexy deep voice since we started this. And I know Miranda has too. So, want to get a few words from the winning coach for the night.
You want what now because you're lagging?
Yes, I'm hearing that too.
I said I'd like a few words from the winning coach.
I mean, obviously, just the red, you guys played a heck of a game. We were 100% for the season. We was not 100% prepared today, and it definitely showed. We didn't even play a warm-up game. But, it is what it is. You guys are ready no matter what. So, we'll take these games from today. We'll main huff. Know how we are. We'll watch film tonight. We're, we don't have a lot of time to prepare, but, we'll get ready for Team Black D3.
Same with us with Red Division 2. So I'm excited to see how that goes too.
That's what I like to hear, because, I mean, Toxic, your guys came out more prepared than most new teams would. And I gotta give you guys props.
Yes, sir.
And
we put up hell of a fight tonight.
Yes, you did. Savage, you got anything to say to these guys?
Yeah, watching the preseason, watching now, I mean, you can they see the improvement. Red, I mean, that's. Honestly, I would just say, I'd like to know, were you guys VOD on Black Voodoo, or were you just VOD a preparation game? Game in the third game, the second game was a little too, but
with us, so late you focus more on team bond. That's really on our gameplay is our bond as a unit together. Also each other's that plays a lot into together, and that's why we so well tonight. I guess we practice our absolute butts off preparing for this and preparing for DGL itself. But I mean, we come in every this with a positive set, and same with today. I played a whole lot more. So I'm very guys. Tox doing great. Head coach, he's leading in a good direction. I'm trying my best, and I'm just really proud of this.
Yeah, I mean, it shows. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, there's one map that really, maybe map that you need to prove. Maybe it's not even, thing inside. I mean, you got it really. I mean, there was different times in the hard point that I actually truly impressed. Wow, they're showing some great work. I mean, you didn't let anything get down. You guys kept coming. That search, I'm looking at you guys playing up against for that search because it was 3, but it felt closer than that. I kept
really
first bloods on this, you guys, and I was like, these are huge first blood kills. And it was great. It was great seeing. It was really good.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Huff, question for you.
Yeah.
How does it feel being the assistant coach for Black D2 and playing against your old team Red D1 in the first game of the season?
You know what? It holds the name. I love that team, though. Who's of it? I kind of feel like it. What's the word? Like you have that team name, and good things come to it. And I definitely agree that good things are happening there now. You guys put up a hell of a fight. I have no doubt that you're gonna be a hard team. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
although we spoke red in there, but I mean, I seen in that especially. I mean, whose play was to stop going B and to plant A. The play call was huge. I mean, on our side, see that we're not prepared to that instant switch from a different bomb side, and so whoever does that play call on Black, Black D, made that play call to switch, and was it an accident?
Accident. We're on B. Oh my God, buddy's got the bomb.
With this, we're learning.
It was completely in error. That is great.
I fully believe that play call I thought like or somebody was like, let's go A, it's up.
It worked, man. It worked.
Man.
Beautiful accident. Looked like it
Man,
was
move
absolutely like intentional.
We're not getting the whole game. I was saying fuck, bro.
Hey, well,
But
you know, dual call was good. I mean, it worked.
yeah. But
Yeah,
overall,
I just say that.
that was a pretty good series. I appreciate it. You know, all the people that came out
Me
and
too.
watched. I'm
Definitely.
glad that we recovered after that first game because that first game was really close, and I think we needed that. Kind of brought us back down, and then we recovered for games 2 and 3. And I agree, man. That search game did feel close, but 6-3, it's a big win in my opinion.
Oh no, it absolutely,
and,
absolutely.
And the guys like I said, we were prepared for the season opener, but we just wasn't prepared like warming up was. But to come in here and not really play any strat was because you don't want to give away too much in your first game because I know you Team Black D3 people are watching right now, so we can't give away too much. That's why we'll do different maps for tomorrow. But
Well, I mean,
I'm proud of us for overcoming that on after the game 1. Proud of Red for getting 180 on us. But
Yes, sir.
it's first time it's happened. I have some Cold War one time. Red D2 got 180 on us. That was crazy. I had to podcast that. That was awkward. But people has been wondering like hey is Team Black D2 going to be the team that they was on Cold War? Well, I think we saw that it's 100% going to be the same team because this team that we got, we's all Modern Warfare anyway. And I'm looking forward to the season. It's a long season, and it's going to be a fun one.
As for that map 2, Tuscan, is that for in your opinion, or your teammate for would that map strong suit for you guys? I mean,
be what
first
now?
map, Tuscan or Hardpoint, that map guys came out. I mean, it was seemingly dominant. I was know if maybe that was for you guys. You were comfortable.
We refused to answer about that.
Okay, all right. Okay.
We don't want to
get good. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah.
But, we thought Bocage was our best, but apparently not. But we love Tuscan.
Well, yeah, you definitely showed up. I mean, you guys work on Tuscan.
We recovered. And that's the thing, man. Is like you get slapped in the face. How do you recover? And that's what makes the team.
Nice job on that. It was a solid,
100%.
solid map. Anyways, and you guys did.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate it.
Well, guys,
Yes, sir.
that concludes our first match of the DGL. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for showing your support, showing the love. We appreciate you guys, and we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow night for the follow-ups on the DGL. You guys have a good one. It's been a pleasure. You guys take care. Stay safe. Let's go.